Welcome to Movie Car Madness. Today, we're taking on the menacing, bloodthirsty vampire slaying machine, Blade's 1968 Dodge Charger. With its sinister matte black paint job, roaring V8, and UV vampire toasting headlights, this car wasn't just transportation, it was an extension of Blade himself. But did you know only one Charger was used throughout the entire trilogy? Buckle up, because we're diving into 10 killer facts about Blade's Charger and how it became one of the most underrated movie muscle cars of all time. Number 1. One Charger to rule them all. Most action films use multiple versions of a car for different stunts, but Blade? Only one 1968 Dodge Charger was used throughout all 3 films. No backups, no stunt doubles. That's right, this beast endured every high-speed chase, sharp turn, and supernatural showdown without a fleet of replicas to back it up. This is practically unheard of in Hollywood, where stunt-heavy films typically build multiple versions of a hero car, some for close-ups, others rigged for crashes, jumps, or explosions. And when you consider Blade Trinity amped up the action with even wilder sequences, it's mind-blowing that this single Charger made it through the entire trilogy in one piece. The car was built tough from the factory, but credit also goes to the stunt coordinators and precision driving team who ensured the Charger survived the on-screen chaos. In comparison, movies like The Fast and the Furious or Gone in 60 Seconds burned through dozens of identical cars for a single film. Yet, Blade's Charger? It's the Highlander of muscle cars. There can be only one. Number 2. Packing some serious muscle. Under the hood, a 383 Magnum V8 pushing out 333 horsepower and 425 foot-pounds of torque, paired with a TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic transmission. That's more than enough to chase down vampires, or tear through the city in style. Unlike most Hollywood action cars, Blade's Charger wasn't some over-the-top, heavily modified movie prop. It was the real deal, a proper street machine built for speed and aggression. The 383 Magnum V8 was a powerhouse in its day, delivering enough grunt to leave lesser muscle cars in the dust. Most cars in action films are heavily modified for practicality, safety, or cinematic flair. But Blade's Charger kept things surprisingly stock. The production team wanted a car that looked intimidating, but still had the power and attitude to back it up. The only major Hollywood trick? That flaming blue nitrous effect seen in Blade was pure movie magic. Rumor has it Wesley Snipes himself was a big fan of the Charger and insisted on using a muscle car over more modern vehicles. The Charger's sinister, menacing look perfectly matched Blade's character, making it feel like an extension of the Daywalker himself. Number 3. Blade's badass modifications. So what made this Blade's Charger? A matte black paint job that made it look straight up lethal, like a bat out of hell. It has a Roadrunner-style fiberglass hood, centerline brushed aluminum wheels, traction bars, and the signature UV lamps mounted behind the grille. You know, just in case any vampires needed a wake-up call. The production team wanted Blade's ride to feel like a high-performance death machine, something that looked just as deadly as the Daywalker himself. That meant stripping the Charger down to its most menacing form and adding just enough high-tech elements to make it feel futuristic without going full Batmobile. The UV lights behind the grille were an awesome touch, but they weren't exactly Hollywood-friendly. Real UV lights are practically invisible to the human eye, meaning they wouldn't show up on camera at all. To solve this, the production team had to tweak the lighting system with high-intensity bluish-white bulbs, creating the illusion of UV exposure while still being visible on film. Number 4. Fake nitro, real fire. Blade's Charger had NOS in the movie, but in reality, no actual nitrous system was installed. The epic blue flames from the exhaust, that was actually ignited propane. It was a practical effect, giving us one of the coolest car shots in the series. This flame-spewing beast wasn't just for show. Practical effects played a huge role in making Blade's Charger feel raw and real. Instead of relying on CGI to enhance the action, the filmmakers wanted practical fire effects for a more visceral impact. Instead of a functional nitrous system, the production team rigged the Charger's exhaust with propane injectors. The system would release propane at the right moment, and a small ignition spark would set it ablaze, sending blue flames roaring from the tailpipes. According to crew members, the effect was actually hotter, literally, than expected. The first few tests sent flames much farther than planned, and adjustments had to be made to avoid scorching the back of the car or setting off alarms on set. The unintended side effect? It looked even cooler on camera. Number 5. Where did the Charger go in Blade 2? Despite its formidable on-screen presence, the Charger was reportedly in less than ideal condition during the filming of Blade 2. Director Guillermo del Toro mentioned that the car was practically non-functional and often had to be pushed onto the set for scenes. Most of the film was shot in Eastern Europe, where finding mechanics who could work on a classic American muscle car was next to impossible. Plus, parts weren't readily available. That's why Blade's car only gets one short scene in the entire movie. Number 6. Sold on Craigslist? After Blade Trinity wrapped, the Charger sat in storage while plans for a fourth movie were in the works. But when that fell through, the car was sold on Craigslist in 2006 for just $40,000. Why was it sold so cheap? Movie cars often become instant collector's items, especially when they're the one and only hero car used throughout an entire trilogy. But after filming wrapped, the Charger wasn't in showroom condition. Years of high-speed chases, stunts, and harsh filming conditions had taken their toll. The real kicker? The Craigslist buyer flipped the car years later, making a serious profit. Because once collectors caught on to what the car really was, its value skyrocketed. Number 7. Auction fail. In 2020, Blade's Charger hit the auction block at Heritage Auctions, but it didn't meet the $40,000 reserve price. Fast forward to 2022, and it was finally sold for $46,000 on Invaluable.com to a private collector. Number 8. A badass German replica. The Blade Charger is so iconic that one hardcore fan in Germany built an insanely accurate replica. This wasn't just a slap on a paint job. He completely restored a 68 Charger from the frame up, added a high-performance 383 engine, and even made sure it matched every detail from Blade Trinity. Number 9. No Blade, no Charger in the reboot? Sad news, folks. Neither Wesley Snipes nor the Charger will be returning for Marvel's upcoming Blade reboot. Based on the teaser footage, it doesn't look like there'll be any muscle cars at all. Just a lot of sleek modern tech. Maybe Marvel will surprise us and give us one last ride in Blade's legendary Charger, but it's not looking likely. Number 10. The ultimate vampire hunter ride. Whether it was tearing through the night, torching vampires with UV lights, or shooting blue flames from its exhaust, Blade's 1968 Dodge Charger is one of the coolest, most underrated movie muscle cars of all time. It survived 3 films, multiple stunt scenes, and even an international move, all with just one car. That's a testament to the brutal toughness of the 68 Charger. All right, gearheads, what's your favorite movie muscle car? Should we cover Dom's Charger? John Wick's Mustang? Let us know in the comments. Hit subscribe, and remember, if you're hunting vampires, don't forget the UV lights.